is how I play the game! Oh my god! What the fuck?
Holy shit! That is an epic fucking intro, dude. And I have to warn everyone. Warning. What you may see right now is going to be absolutely disgusting. Sound good?
Sounds good to me.
So that we already know that's the equivalent of around $33 because it's Australian. So let's go ahead, and that's definitely going to make him the top super chatter of the stream.
It is from Adam DBZ 90s Man. It is another 50 Australian dollar super sticker, and because of that, we have to do another $33 contribution. So with that, we are up to $149.
Is it a whale? It is a whale, because it has those whale-like teeth that filter things. It looks like combs. He's got a big old eyeball.
I have no idea what we're looking at. I don't know what we're doing or I don't understand what the puzzle is. I need to know what the puzzle is. If someone can explain to me what the puzzle actually is, I can solve it. But the game hasn't presented a puzzle. It's just, here's some wristbands, slap them on an arm. You know what I mean? Like, how do I fucking know what we're even looking at right now? The only ones that are clear is this right here. You see that? See those numbers that they're kind of clear? So is that what I'm supposed to be doing? I don't get it. What? Okay, wait, I don't care. I don't know why I did it. I don't give a shit. I really don't give a shit. Just give me the key. That was a bad puzzle. I'm sorry. It really was. There was no way to know what the fuck you were doing right there. It was never explained. I feel like there should have been like a log on the table to explain the puzzle. There was never anything to explain the puzzle.
Adolf Pigler, you are very stupid.
So, what is the combination to the safe then? Right? It says 92, 45, 71. 92 would be the moon and the H. 45 would be the upward arrow and the nipple. 71 would be the horns and the weird thing to the right. I did that and it doesn't work. I literally input that and it doesn't work. It was the moon and the weird H. It was the upward to the right arrow and the nipple. And it was the devil horns and this. That's the fucking combination you just gave me, morons.
Oh my god, I'm toxic. I'm fucked. I'm dead.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. They wrote it down wrong? No. Hold up. 92. It's not the moon, it's the triangle and the H. I'm the moron.
Duh, like how stupid can you be?
I'm the moron. Alright, we got the rooftop key.
Please keep liking the videos and leaving comments. I mean it. It will help a ton on this channel. And for those who are here, you guys were a great audience. Can't wait to continue more tomorrow. The continuation of Silent Hill. How far are we into it now when you think about it? So the first day I played it 5 hours. Today I also played it 5 hours, right? Or around 4.5. So we're about 9.5 to 10 hours in at this point. And no, Pedal to the Metal says, I bet the King has a Hogan body pillow. Well, I would, but I can't afford it because I spent all my money on sweaty JPEGs. So I can't have body pillows. I can't have the nice things.
I am seriously considering streaming on Kick in some capacity very soon. All right? So you might say, well, why? What's causing this? Why all of a sudden are you thinking about possibly streaming on a different platform than YouTube? Well, there's a couple of reasons, all right?
Oh, money, 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 money.
Reason number one is obviously because I've done some work with the guys from Kino Casino, and the Kino Casino guys stream on Kick exclusively, and they, in the last, month, have kind of talked to me about, I should basically do some content over there. That Kick is lucrative. That it's a place where if you work there and you're consistent, with some of the work you're doing, there's potential for big earnings. And it's huge earnings compared to any other streaming platform. I'm being told you keep 95% of what you make on Kick as opposed to on YouTube, but you only keep like around 70%. Twitch is even worse. Like, Twitch is literally the worst. At this point, I can't imagine why a single person with a brain in their head would want to be streaming on Twitch, because it just seems to me like a lost cause and a bunch of, like, you're basically paying the wrong people a ton of money to use their site. It doesn't make sense when everyone else is better. So anyway, in regards to Kick, all right, I would make good money if I streamed there and I had a following and they were supportive. I would actually be making more streaming on there than YouTube, because not only is it based on, views, but it's based on how many subs you get, which is how you get support there from your followers. It's subs, people subbing. But it's also, if you get big enough on Kick, you can get into a program, and this takes a while. This is not like a quick thing that's instant, but you can get into a special program where they'll actually pay you to stream.
It's gross. It's for this. It's not because they love what they're doing. It's not because for the love of the game or because they're true gamers. It's for this. And this is what it's become. It's not about putting out a quality review. It's not about putting out a quality playthrough or quality stream. It's about making this.
Like, you'll turn on your stream for 2 hours, you'll get paid per hour because you streamed on there. And that's because they're assuming you're making earnings, right? And the earnings are going to even out, based on your performance and stuff. So, that's kind of neat. That's not something that, like, immediately I would get or even really care about. But the fact that there is earnings potential like that long-term is kind of neat. There's nothing like that anywhere else. So that's number one, is earnings potential. I'm being told there's big earnings potential on Kick. And by the way, it's not an oversaturated streaming platform right now. For example, if I were to go over there and do certain things, I may be the biggest person on Kick doing particular things. They don't have a lot of ginormous streamers over there, so they'd be more welcoming to someone like me going over there and making content for them, okay?
Greed is a very powerful thing, my friends. You gotta be very careful, because then they're dancing the line between meaningful content that you can trust and someone who's always just out to make a buck. And then why are you supporting them? I hate to say it, it's just sad when you see someone go down that path. And a lot of people have done that over the years.
That's number one, okay? Number two, recently, I've started doing a bunch of content that's different from the norm of the content that I used to do, and the content is working, right? And the content is essentially turning out to be good for me, but the content is so different from the stuff that I used to do that it's not in line with what a lot of my longtime viewers have watched. What I mean by that is streaming WWE champions and or drama content that I've been doing for the last month and a half, right? When I do a podcast here, and half the podcast is talking about Review Tech USA, or COG, or Ethan Ralph, or LTG. This is not the kind of stuff that I used to do, correct? And then everyone told me my podcast was boring. So I implemented this new content, and now people are like, why is your podcast all drama? And I'm like, now wait a minute. You told me the podcast was boring. So I changed it up. I'm doing different kinds of content, and now you complain that it changed. And it's like, well, you can't have it both ways, right? You can't. So that's the thing, that basically, the way I see it, if I continue to do this content that's a little different, perhaps it makes sense to do it on a different platform, right? If I'm going to be covering drama, and I'm going to be talking about other content creators in a dramatic fashion, a little feuding back and forth and stuff like that, then maybe it makes sense to separate it from my already established content on YouTube, right? And that way, it won't hinder the content here, right?
It's greed. It's greed. Greed is massively strong. I have no fucking self-control.
The guys at Kino Casino said if you played Street Fighter over here, you would be the biggest Street Fighter player on Kick, hands down. Like, no one's playing Street Fighter on Kick. And I was like, that's true, but man, my stream would look like garbage. I know it would. Like, it would be pixelated, it would look choppy. That was the problem with when I used to do Street Fighter content at the lower bitrate. It just didn't work. It wasn't looking good at all. So, honestly, I don't think I would ever want to or be able to do high-quality gaming on Kick. I would have to limit it to certain kinds of content. Like, me just talking to the camera would be perfect on Kick, right? Or me doing WWE Champions, or who gives a crap about the graphics of the mobile game, right? That would definitely work, you see? But doing all this high quality gaming would not work for Kick because of that big limitation. All right, that's number one. Number two, this I can't confirm yet because I haven't actually done it yet. I haven't done a stream over there, but everyone keeps telling me the moderation over on Kick is terrible. That the chat gets absolutely out of control.
Already, my longtime fans and viewers are like, you know, we don't really enjoy the drama stuff. It gets you views. Like, take a look at my most viewed videos on this channel in the last week. You want to know what the most viewed videos are? Every single drama highlight I took out of the podcast and the Silent Hill 2 videos from day one. That's my biggest content. Everything else, you know, once you get through past the first day of a game, the views drop off, right? It's greed. It's pure greed. What it is greed. That's all it is. It's greed. Lazy and greedy.
Now listen to this. Not fast enough says you're going to lose way more fans going to Kick purely off the stigma of the website. It begs the question, what's the motive of it? What fans are outright going to quit? Like if I'm only doing WWE Champions and maybe one random hangout session a week over there. Pops. Maybe 3 night streams, right? And everything else is here. My podcast continues. My major game playthroughs continue. Why would you quit? Like, what would you even do that for? That's also like, this is hilarious because that's just so hypocritical because that's like also saying, well, nothing bad ever happens on YouTube either. So it's totally fine for Phil to make content on YouTube because everything on YouTube is 100% kosher, but Kick is the devil. What, are you crazy? Have you any concept of what happens on YouTube on a daily basis and what they allow here? Some of the most messed up stuff you've ever seen. They don't even police this site unless someone reports shit, right? Cracker Jacks asked, would it be possible to dual stream, to stream to both sites at the same time? Not right now. There's no way I'd be able to dual stream with this PC. It just wouldn't be possible, okay? I would want to upgrade, get a better PC, split that workload, because then I might even be able to stream at one quality to one site and one quality to the other side. But that's just, it's not going to happen right now.
It's called fucking greed. Pathetic. Pathetic greed. But that's what happens. That's American greed for you, folks. There's still this back here. And it's still in the back of my neck, the back of my head, the back of my mind, and it's always telling me. It's WWE Champions time. I love it. I love it. Is a mobile game addict. Phil has indoctrinated children who send him money, blatantly milking for money. It's a money pit. It's gone, just gone like that. In an instant, fucking gone. I just care about money. That I just can't help it. By eBay. Contributions are mandatory, but I need your help. I am appealing directly to you. No decency, no respect, no common sense, no fucking maturity. Is the guy who just doesn't get reality.